Saudi eFootball Rumble, and it all comes down to this. It is game 5 in the series between Guifera and JVictor. The two Brazilians have battled it out, for lack of a better term. We've seen Guifera go 2 games up. We have seen JVictor pull it back to 2-2, and this is the last game of the series. Guifera going from left to right in the red, JVictor going from right to left in the white. We have seen these two players pull out all of the stops to get to this final game within the Saudi eFootball Rumble. I am, of course, just to remind you, your commentator Stuart Wesley, and it is a pleasure to have watched these two players go at it, and we will see them go at it here as Neymar looks to lead off the charge for JVictor. Of course, a big thank you to the organisers of the Saudi eFootball Rumble. It has been a trek to get here, but we are at the finish line. Who will take home the victory lap? Who will become our first and inaugural Saudi eFootball football winner? It's Nesta, Neymar, Rummenigge. On to Neymar. Neymar goes wide, looks for Cancelo. Finds Pedri in the box. Can Guifera find an opportunity here? Plays it to Mbappe, back to Rummenigge. Good ball movement. Finds Neymar. Good save from the keeper. And it's a corner ball. Of course, these guys playing for a share of the $3,000 prize pool. There were 16 players. We are now down to 2. And it has come down to the final game. Almost fittingly has come down to the final game of the tournament to decide who will be the winner. Is Nedved looking to counter-attack for JVictor. And one thing for the psychologists among you watching this, it'll be interesting, or would be interesting, to get the thoughts of Guifera. There being 2 games up now in the final game. Will he let it all go? Will it be a complete comeback for JVictor, or will Guifera find that magic that he found in games 1 and 2? Trying to fashion an opportunity. JVictor down the left-hand side. Mbappe's won it back. Here's Trent Alexander-Arnold into the box. Beautiful ball into the back post. Great header. It's a fantastic header from Neymar, and Guifera finds that spark. It is 1-0. And it says advantage Guifera. As you can see, the typical and traditional gamer pause that comes with it. There'll immediately be tactics looked at here. And again, just to bring you up to speed, we are watching from a Guifera's perspective. So you can see that the changeover came in there from JVictor. And now, those little tweaks may be needed to find a goal. We certainly will need to find a goal to stay in this game. That is a poor showing from kickoff there. Here's Neymar. That's a brilliant long ball up towards Kylian Mbappe, but the goalkeeper comes out and claims it. Thibaut Courtois drops it to his feet, looks to play out from the back. Van Dijk to Messi. Messi to Mbappe. Nedved to Mbappe. Back to Nedved. Mbappe wins it again. It's deflected away. Trent Alexander-Arnold will not help in clearing it convincingly. Vieira will be looked at to do so. Here's Pedri. Down the left-hand side, Neymar. Beckenbauer. Beautiful ball into the box there, and Courtois will come out and claim. 23 in-game minutes gone so far. 1 goal is the separation here between Guifera and JVictor. It could be all different here. Son in towards Nedved, controlled strike, and it's deflected away, still not cleared convincingly. Neymar will launch that forward though, and that will clear his lines. Guifera, knowing that he's got a goal lead here, doesn't have to do much else other than clear his lines. Of course, the more you give the ball back to your opponent, the more of an invitation you are giving them to get into your box. Here's Neymar. Nedved. He's got runners either side as Mbappe. He's found Nedved. It's back to Son. Neat little footwork from Son. What can the Korean conjure up? Nedved! It's just wide. Again, you're giving players opportunities. You're giving them invites to get the pressure on you. Not sure how much I like that strategy from Guifera, but the former world champion will know better than I am sure of that. Here's Neymar. Nedved. Son, back to Nedved. Son again. Double touch, trying to feed it down the right-hand side here. Son gets into the box, stunning cross. It's deflected clear. There's Joe Cancelo. JVictor looks to have all of the pressure here. It's a through ball, but he is offside. There's Kylian Mbappe. JVictor looking to try and re-establish that parity before half-time. Ball goes forward. Rummenigge heads it down, finds Mbappe. You get the feeling if Guifera could double his lead, that may be curtains for JVictor. Of course, as we said, he's done so well to get himself back into this tie. Was 2 games down, was in a must-win situation, and found the fighting spirit to find those 2 victories. There's Cancelo, Pedri, Vieira. Guifera looking for an opening. See, his brain is ticking away, but Vieira does win it, and that's a poor pass away. Rummenigge with the strike, it's in the post. What an opportunity that was for Guifera. You have to feel those chances have got to go in when you're playing games at this level against these types of opponents. And I mean that in the sense of quality of opponents. Every chance is a bit of gold dust, and you have to finish it off. But JVictor won't mind that. He's still in the game, 1-0. It's one of the most vulnerable scorelines in football. Here's Pedri. Courtois will look to get that clear. He nearly got caught in possession by the oncoming attackers of Guifera. There's Vieira though. He's giving the ball away. JVictor looking to establish something just before half-time. And that will go for the half-time whistle. It is 1-0 at half-time. It is the finest of margins that separate our 2 finalists. As you can see there as well, stats and the chances. It's relatively been... Chances to have chances is my favourite expression within eFootball. There are chances to find a player and find passes. It's just not quite there for JVictor at the moment. Although he has the pressure to not having the opportunities that go with it. Of course, Guifera, as we've seen, has scored 1, has hit the post with another. So you can see that even though he may not necessarily be in the ascendancy in the game, he's still having those opportunities, still having those chances. So it's one to keep an eye on here. It's bubbling away nicely as a final game of the Saudi eFootball Rumble. And what a fitting end it would be. As we said before, it is a best of 5. What a fitting end it would be if it was to go to extra time and penalties. Again, as a neutral in this scenario, he wouldn't mind it. And certainly, JVictor trying to establish that. Nedved into a cross, and it's a goal! It's Kylian Mbappe at the back post. Parity restored. It was very early in the second half. JVictor has found the back of the net. And now, all of a sudden, he's looking slightly more perilous for Guifera. We now know that both players can do damage to one another. If we hadn't learnt it through the first 4 games, we certainly know it now. In Game 5, it is a whole different kettle of fish, as they say. It's a reset of energy, a reset of strength, and as we see Mbappe gets clean through. He's pulled it over the bar. But it's a reset of everything. It's a new game scenario. You know, the game does not have an ability to remember what's happened in the last 4 games. It will just know what is happening here. You know that Guifera is going to be smarting there, but JVictor will be delighted. 48 minutes gone. That's a poor goal kick there. Rummenigge tries to take control of it. Dragged back from Rummenigge. Tries to play it across the box. Vieira will clear his Virgil van Dijk. His Pavel Nedved. Messi. JVictor. Can he get a second here? Messi looks at the through ball. He's just offside. The ball is in the back of the net, but the flag had gone up. And rightfully so. You see there the finest of tactical tweaks. And we'll certainly see it from Guifera's perspective. Bringing on Erling Haaland. He's looking at potentially taking Pedri off. He's bringing on Kaka. We have seen these go-to substitutions from both these players over the first 4 games. And you'll notice that with these two individuals, they will know their squads. They will know that the powers that they have at play. And they'll know exactly when to utilise them. Here's Neymar forward towards Mbappe. Double touch from Mbappe. Drags it back. Finds Kaka. Kaka to Neymar. Neymar back to Kaka. Will he try a reverse ball here? No, he won't. Here's Kaka. Still looking for that entry point. Vieira. It just goes back there to the Frenchman. It just gets stifled, but Cancelo will bring it forward. And again, it'll be cleared away. Here's Courtois. Up wide to Makaleli. Makaleli tries to chip one forward. Thiago Silva will intercept it. JVictor. Can he find the second hit? He can't for this moment in time. Can Guifera find a second? Will we have a separator here, or will it go to extra time and penalties? We will only know within the next 30 in-game minutes. Both players will know the importance of every change at this point. They will know every sinew of their team. Also see Lionel Messi coming on. Son Heung-min is coming on as well for Guifera. So you can see the attacking intent from the former world champion. We'll see whether JVictor in the top left-hand corner has had any substitutes of his. He'll be looking to call on here. As you can see there, Ronaldinho coming on. Del Piero coming on as well. Those real go-to substitutions for both players. There's Pavel Nedved. What can he conjure up? He's drawn a foul. 26 in-game minutes left here before we do end up in an extra time scenario if results stay as they are. Guifera playing with the defensive line there. The ball is flicked on, but the ball is flicked back towards Peter Schmeichel. Ball goes forward. Kaka. It's headed down, headed away. Can we find a match winner in regulation? It's going to be Mbappe. Can he find a way through JVictor? He can't this time. Instead it's Messi to Vieira. Back to Lionel Messi. And Patrick Vieira will clear that forward. And he's beaten the offside trap here. At least we thought he had momentarily. It was a very late flag, but it was a correct decision by the referee. You'll notice there at the top of your screen, you'll notice that Kylian Mbappe's energy levels dropped into that red zone. You'll see that there's some interesting tactical tweaks that are having to be made there. Guifera knowing that he actually doesn't have the striking unit on the bench. And he's already used the likes of Messi and Son already in alternate positions. Now he's had to improvise a little bit. Will that be a bit of an error from Guifera? Erling Haaland, it's headed away. As far as Son. It's Patrick Vieira in towards Erling Haaland. Thiago Silva. Son up to Mbappe. Mbappe stops himself, finds Lionel Messi. Messi into the box with for Haaland. It's cleared away. JVictor looking to defensively reinforce himself here. Ronaldinho to Fede Chiesa. Vieira intercepts it. Straight Alexander-Arnold, and this time is ticking away. Almost like the sands in an Arabian desert. We are seeing it tick away in the Saudi eFootball Rumble. Ball goes wide to Mbappe. And Beckenbauer just stifling his show. These two players just cancelling one another out here, but we're only 10 in-game minutes left here. But Mbappe may find a way through here. Who is JVictor? Neat pirouette. Tries to find the control strike. Oh, it's in! What a goal that is from JVictor! Brilliant finish. Son Heung-min with an absolute worldie. With 10 in-game minutes left, that is a superb goal. To have the presence of mind to pick the skill, to know when you're going to do it, and more importantly, the execution was pinpoint. It had to be. What a goal that is. Now you'll see the furious tactical tweaks that'll be happening. My word, what a goal that is. That is fitting of a match winner if it indeed is to pass. But as we've seen so much in sport, there is time still left on the clock here. Haaland with the knockdown. Can Guifera find something? Pedri. It's going to obviously be for JVictor. It's keep the ball, hold the ball, keep the ball. That is the only task that you should have on your mind here. Instead, he's giving it away to Guifera. And there's not many on planet eFootball that you'd want to give the ball away to in that situation. Son across the box to Haaland. And it's 2-2. We said, don't give the ball away. Keep the ball. Just hold it. Hold it and cherish it. And instead, it's been given away. And as we said, an expert predator in Guifera. You don't want to give him that opportunity any time you're up against him. And again, it was Erling Haaland who was within 6 yards. Ball rolls across the box. You're not going to miss from there. And will we now see extra time here? I don't even want to chance it and say that we will, because we've just seen 2 goals in the space of, I think it was 4 in-game minutes.
Number 8.
Between these 2 players, anything is possible. You'll see Bellingham, who's just come on for Guifera. Here's Del Piero to Mbappe. Double touch, gets away from his player. Good save from Schmeichel. Nesta will clear up towards Son. Messi to Bellingham. Not long left here. Will Guifera rest? I think that he may be able to take this into extra time. There's 5 in-game minutes left via the referee. That is the stoppage time. Ball goes over the top here to Chiesa, who's beaten the offside trap. It's Del Piero. He's gone around the goalkeeper. Oh, it's off the post. What an opportunity. That was the game right there and then. And Del Piero will be kicking himself here if JVictor does not find his way through to winning this Saturday eFootball Rumble. Still ball into the box and it's cleared away. That was it. That was the chance. And you can hear the exacerbation in my voice as a gamer and as a player of eFootball. You know that those chances come very few and far between. And it's going to take a lot of recovery here from JVictor to summon something in extra time. The outpouring of probably emotion at that point. Would have thought he was home and hosed. And instead it clinks off the post. Guifera will know that he's very lucky to still be in this game and will now need to push on as the ball goes long, and we are into extra time. As we said, be it games of best of 5, each game can go to extra time and penalties. There has to be a winner in each game for the match to be completed. Ball goes long. It's cleared away. Here's Kaka. Just a reminder, JVictor in the white from right to left. He's on the attack now. It's Alessandro Del Piero. Will he make up for that opportunity? He won't this time. Guifera going from left to right in the red. Ball goes forward again though. It's Pedri. Almost feels like JVictor's inevitable at this point. He does not wish to be denied. Pedri pulls it back. Mbappe turns on his man. Super cancel. Takes the strike and it's in! What a finish! Great composure from JVictor. And it's Fede Chiesa off the bench. We say so much about substitutes and being important to your game and important to the way that you can impact a game. And Fede Chiesa has found a goal in extra time. Now, will JVictor learn his lesson here? Is to keep the ball. Will he keep it? Will he starve Guifera of opportunities? Or will he just, as we've seen so much before, just keep himself going? Because again, sometimes when you are playing and sometimes when you're in the ascendancy or when you're in the attacking phase, you want to just keep going. You don't want to let up the opportunities that are there, and you certainly don't want to let up the pressure either. As Koulibaly intercepts it for JVictor. Maybe this is the thought process from JVictor. His son in towards Messi. Messi to Kaká. Kaká in towards the back post. Oh, it's off the bar. It could have gone either way. It was definitely a cross, but it had all the markings of a shot there. 105 minutes on the clock here. There's going to be no time left, and that is going to be half-time in extra time. 3 goals to 2 for JVictor.
Thank you for your cooperation.
What a big opportunity this is to finish this game. As we wait for half-time to kick off. Here we go. And it's 15 in-game minutes for the rest of this Saudi eFootball Rumble. And it is JVictor who is looking to be on course to pull off a humongous comeback in this final. He was 2 games down. He now sits 3-2 up in Game 5 and potentially will be winning Game 5 and taking the whole thing. What an achievement this would be for JVictor. He's had an incredible start to esports life within eFootball. He certainly can be very proud of himself regardless of the result here. He is up against, as we said, a former world champion in Guifera, who is not without his own accolades and without his own experiences, but JVictor certainly is trying to, as you can see, learn from his mistakes. Ball into the box. I saw him with the header. It goes over the bar. But you can appreciate that JVictor is on the come up, as it were. Signed for Bayern Munich at domestic level. Has competed in the eFootball Championship Pro. And has got very much the wind in his sails, as you can tell. Certainly from his gameplay here. There's 8 in-game minutes left here. As we know already, the referee does not like to give extra time in extra time. And by that we mean the injury time that you normally see. All-out attack now engaged for Guifera. Kaká. Trent Alexander-Arnold goes to deliver the ball into the box. It's about as much as Guifera could do at this point. Instead, Thibaut Courtois will no doubt take his time in distributing it. He finds a nice throw out to the right-hand side. Here's Mbappe. Mbappe trying to churn out some of the clock maybe. Just tries to run it forward. Thiago Silva with the header down. Can Guifera find something here? Will he find something that will take this to penalties? Here's Nesta. Nesta to Trent Alexander-Arnold. Ball into the box. Again, it's laboured and it's predictable. And there is the final whistle. JVictor is the winner of the Saudi eFootball Rumble. He takes the final.